The air tasted like cold iron. I exchanged it with a puff of smoke. The snow is red. It has always been. Thought the Fire Nation was attacking or something. The wind blew past the balcony. Red flakes touched my skin, dissolved like ash. I feel nothing. Better get inside. Smoking break took too long. Go back to my laptop and finish those writing jobs. Oh, it's a door. What is this? The washing machine? I can run? That's interesting. Seems like I'm some kind of hot topic employee. Something's wrong with the water. Pipe might be too rusty. And it's red, bruh? Nah, there's something else going on there. I think my cloth is fine now, no need change. I think it means clothes are fine. Laptop. Alright, Ace, time to finish the job. Get cracking. So I have to, letter by letter. There's a weird angle to type. One word at a time, then become sentences. Eventually the paragraph is connected, one after another and another. I'm editing the article like 100 times before. And some back pain later. Finally, it's done. Email the client. Submitting work as usual. Writing down email with some formality. Need to get their pay away? Oh, anyway, my fault. Time to hit that send button. What the? No, you can't be serious. Who is this? Visitor at this hour? Blue screen of death on my laptop? Just what I needed. Better get that door and see who's knocking. I would say this is why you save stuff like that, but yeah, I do the same thing. I either save way too much or once every like 16 hours. Faint signal on the screen. Shifting from one program to another. You can't really get what the programs are about. That's that end of the world message. Jeez. Yeah, I'm just checking stuff out before I go out there. What is that? Maybe like a painting or something. Hi, what can I do for you? Hi. Girl is standing in front of my door. Oh, it's you who just moved next door. Yes, nice to meet you. My name is Claire. If you don't mind, I brought something for you. Please, take it. She hands me a bag of cookies. Oh, that's nice. Noir's Bakery? Oh, that's the girl from the beginning of the game. Bag is neatly wrapped with a red ribbon. Lovely, but didn't she move in for months now? Wasn't that a bit too late for such an introduction gift? Thank you, that's very nice of you, Claire. Like to come and join me for coffee? She's reluctant to answer. What are you doing, Ace? Inviting a girl you just met to your room for coffee? I don't see the issue. Hope she won't think I'm creepy. That would be nice. She replies stutteringly. She's a very shy person. Well then, make yourself comfortable. Make some coffee. Oh, by the way, I'm Ace. Nice to meet you, Claire. Thank you, Ace. For coffee for both of this is a cool shot. Claire raises the mug to sip her coffee. So warm. Smells really good. It went well with your cookies. Thank you. Glad you like it. So, what do you do, Claire? I'm a freelance illustrator. Really? What kind of drawings did you draw? She blushes a little. It is varied from client to client. For all kinds of things, from animals, characters, and sometimes character that's also an animal. I'm not gonna say that. That takes some skill and ability to draw so many things like you. See, I'm wondering if that affects like the story or something. Who knows? But sometimes in like Until Dawn and stuff like that, you're just not supposed to do anything, so guessing if it does, then that was the right choice. Probably. That takes some skill and ability to draw so many things like you. Drawing is the only thing I'm good at. It pays well enough. That mindset is pretty relatable. You can live on what you love, that is very nice. What about you, Ace? What do you do for a living? Me? I'm a writer. Freelancing, like you. Most of the time I write boring product reviews. Or sometimes an advertisement for strange web pages. Practice writing for video games too. My dream is someday I'll make a visual novel game of my own, and we're playing that game, so I'm guessing that came true. Why am I so open to her? So weird. Feels like we've met 100 times before. Do you play or read a visual novel, Claire? I don't have time to play much nowadays. But once there was a game developer who hired me to draw a background, or sometimes it's a character for them. Is this how they actually met, I wonder? Like, this seems really meta. Sometimes it's included, the love scenes too. She faded her voice away. Those are for visual novel game assets. Got those kind of jobs from time to time. Most of them are not erotic. Wasn't like what people do think this kind of game. What kind of game story do you write, Ace? Claire tries to change the subject. Well, in my spare time, I write a horror and sometimes psychological one. To tell you the truth, my first draft always feels like a comedy. Claire's eyes, as if they were 2.56 times wider when I let out the word horror. That's a very specific number. I like horror games so much. The Fog Tower is my all-time favorite. Is that a real game? Is that also by this developer? Let me look that up. Okay, maybe it's just some in-game thing. Might be overthinking this. That one was a cult classic. You've got good taste, Claire. Girl sure loves horrors. What is your favorite horror game, Ace? Resident Evil 6, Doki Doki Architecture Club, definitely that one. Played Doki Doki recently. That game was amazing. Loved the ending so much, same. Resident Evil 6, less so. And when the MC got trapped in the waterfall house for eternity? Wait, what? That's right. As if the place was haunted, it's just like the movie Evil Head? Evil Dead? Exactly. Watched the sequel so many times. The scene that he showed the shotgun. Oh my god. I hate that I get all the references. Okay, we spent hours talking about movies, yeah. By the way, haven't you moved in for like 3 months now? I feel like he's gonna be wrong in like, maybe, I don't know, time travel or premonition? Hard to say. You are right. It's odd, isn't it? Okay, I was wrong completely. to knock on your door and introduce myself just now. Thought you had trouble, well, moving in or something. Well, during that time. I have so many freelance jobs needed to deliver. Didn't have time to work on them because I have to move out from my old place. But they need those artworks from me. And I can't let them down, or else the game will get delayed because of me. I was working all-nighters for many weeks. In the end, I managed to deliver them on time. Completely exhausted and slept for days. When I woke up, it's already past Christmas Eve. Jeez. All the work's done, but I don't have anyone to share the joy with. Even a chance to enjoy the moment. That's where the cookies came from. Want to celebrate this Christmas time with someone, even if it means nothing now. Hope all of this somehow makes sense to you, and also want to get to know someone or make friends. Never done it before, and it could feel really weird for you. Don't worry, Claire. You don't sound weird just for trying to make friends. Living in this weird place, perhaps for you, very far away from your house. Good to have someone at least listen to you or share coffee with. Thanks, Ace, for understanding me. Yeah, when he said weird place, that reminded me that, yeah, the snow's red. She replied lightly with a smile on her face. Can we be friends? Of course. Of course, Claire, we can be friends. Thank you, Ace. I don't know why I keep using that kind of delivery. Probably Kingdom Hearts or something. Sora, Donald, Goofy. I don't know how to continue the conversation after this point. Maybe it's a good idea to stand up and take a break for a bit. Well, let me take care of those cups. Reach for a cups collected for washing. Okay, Ace, let me help you with... Ooh. Cup falls and breaks on the ground. I'm sorry. Okay, watch out for the broken pieces. Kneel down to pick up the pieces of the broken mug. Ooh. Sharp beats cuts my thumb. Blood starts to flow slowly from the wound. Ace, you're bleeding. Her eyes widen, looking at me intensely. Just a small cut. Need to put a bandage on it. Ace, can I have some of your blood? Wait, what? This seems like something out of freaking Doki Doki, you know? Claire? Are you okay? Mumbling in odd language. Something piercing out from her skull, soaked with her blood. Wait, is she a vampire? Because I just let her in my house and that's probably... What the heck? Whoa, can I move? I can't move. It's like blood keeps pouring out from my body. She's standing right in front of me, smiling. My pain turned to numbler, and then nothing. Is it gonna send me back to the beginning? What the fuck just happened? That girl just killed me? Okay, yeah, I figured. I'm back at the beginning. Is that a nightmare? Maybe I'm just too tired. Freelance gigs are killing me now. Anyway, time to get it done and over with. Yeah, I figured it was gonna be one of these. After the whole time travel thing, of course. That's interesting. Sure, this is not rusty water. This is blood. That's pretty interesting. Okay, I can't turn it off. Okay then, maybe close the curtain? No. Maybe if I try to leave first? No people or anything? Sofa's so old, the leather's cracked all over its body. Probably not comfy to sit on. Ooh, worthless? Okay. No, 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 this is not happening. Ooh. Hold up. Nah, hold up. Why does it close behind me? I don't like that. Should I take a knife with me? Yeah, definitely. Please, no. Please don't make me do this. Is he talking to me? Like, okay, no, that was just his thoughts. I thought it was like in some old games, the character would talk to you just randomly, sort of like breaking the fourth wall. But wait, was I supposed to do that? Not trying to have my back out in the open before I look. Never been out here before. Ooh. I'm sorry. Purple cycle needs to stop now. Forgive me, Claire. Wait, what? I am sorry. Good God. I am really sorry. What the heck? Wait, that... Okay, that's just the prologue, so... Thank you for playing. Okay. That's pretty interesting. Oh, no pixel character. Actually been rendered. Okay. There is still your nice neighbor, and always will be. Yeah, figured. That was interesting, though. That's your story, Ace. The choice you've made. How do you feel about it? Want a second chance? Hmm. What else should I do? Poor you. Maybe stabbing that girl with a kitchen knife wasn't gonna solve anything. Yeah, I figured. Try to leave it where it was, then talk to her face to face. Yeah, I figured as well. Alright. All you have to do is lose your eyes. Oh, I mean, close your eyes. Alright. I don't know if this ending is going to be any better, but let's see. Worthless, huh? What does that mean? Okay, so he knows that this is the third loop. At least. No. No, that's not a good idea. Okay, let's see. Probably gonna die, but... What do you want? Hi, Ace. Tell me what just happened. What have you done to me? You remembered everything? I don't like how that music is coming in. I don't want you to remember me like this, Ace. But don't you worry, because the next time, I will take care of your memories. Yeah, I figured. What is this ending? Victim? Hopeless. Figures. It doesn't seem like there would be another ending. I don't know if those the dialogue had an impact on anything. Yep, I'm back. How was it this time? Still want to give it another shot? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I tried everything. Doesn't matter at all, does it? It's all come back in a circle? Yeah. Never-ending pain and suffering. Can help you get out from this endless nightmare. Take this. The exit button? What is that? Push the floating globe towards me? Okay. Surrounded with flakes that look like snow, but in white. Yeah, I was thinking, was that a snowball or what? Aside from its snowy looks, yet I felt so warm when I'm holding it. The globe went inside my chest. Now you're ready. For what? Find out for yourself. Okay. Jeez. These effects are kind of crazy, honestly. I don't know how to respond to that. I knew it very damn well now. What? Enough of this, Claire. I have no idea how long that we're caught in this cycle. And for whatever you are, what you've become, I know you are in pain. Wait, what? Pain. Pain. Hurts so much, Ace. Help me. She burst into tears. Stop all of this, Claire. You can fight it. You and me, Claire. Okay, looks like she's fighting. Strangles me with inhuman strength. The next thing I can feel is her claws digging into my chest. My heart is in her grip. I got you now. Gather all my strength that lies left and I grab her. Hold her tightly. White globe floated out of my chest and cast bright ray of light. What the heck? What is this, empathy? The snow is falling. Cold weather has arrived in this town again. Exhale my foggy breath. The flakes melted when it touched my hands. Then the droplets slowly slided off my palm. The snow's white again, I guess. Down in the park, there's a girl in black. She's smiling at me. Do I know her? Seems like I got a visitor. Since I just finished my works. Having company for a drink late afternoon coffee. Phew, having company for drinking a late afternoon coffee would be nice. She's gone. Let's see who my guest is today. One guess, I guess. Okay, it's water now. I don't think I need to bathe right now. I think I look presentable enough. I'll keep her guest at the door waiting. Oh, it looks a little brighter. Is that always there? Like what I'm wearing, no need to change it. Yeah, I actually finished it. Coffee's ready. Boiled hot and bubbly. Smells really nice. Oh, this is a stove. I thought it was like a cabinet or something. Good old sturdy sofa. It's always been my secondary bed during late night works. Yeah, he seems like more positive towards everything as well. Weather forecast on TV. Back to our local forecast. We'll have it snow until mid-January. Jeez. Wait, what? Open the door. Met with two girls. So I was half right? Hi. Hello. Well, my roommate and I, we just moved in. So we decided to come and say hi. Wait, what? Two girls look so familiar to me. But I don't know why. Well, would you like to come and join me for a coffee? Okay. Okay, so that's like the end. Pretty interesting. This is just the prologue, so I'm interested in seeing how, like, where this goes. The effects and like the art were really interesting. That's kind of what drew me in. If you've seen like any of the other videos I've made, that's definitely like unique art styles. One of the things I really like in these indie games. I don't know how long the full game will be or when that even comes out, honestly. Oh, am I lagging? I don't know. Whatever, but yeah, I'll leave the link in the description for this game. And if anything changes, I'll try to check it out. Probably make another video. But if you like this video, appreciate if you like, consider subscribing. Again, if you like the game, link will be in the description. And until next time, peace.
Awesome.